So we thought that why don't we, as a matter of helping you to know what is out there, organize programs like this, webinars or seminars, workshops, trainings, interactions, field trips, and the rest, so that you know what is out there. So that when we tell you to study, or when we tell you to get certified, or when we tell you to improve yourself, you will not think that we are just talking out of sheer wanting to be a problem to you, okay? So the people we have got as resource persons, they have a lot of knowledge. In fact, they have been working for, I think we finished school about, I think a little bit over 10 years ago now. Okay, I think it's almost 10, I think. And so we know a couple of people. And this gentleman I'm talking about, oh, pardon? Okay. So this gentleman I'm talking about, he's vested in the field. He's been working for a couple of years. He worked in Ghana here. Now he's working elsewhere. I will not mention. I'll leave everything to him to mention all his credentials and his depth of knowledge. And he's a friend of ours. In fact, a very good friend of ours. We used to play just like you are playing now in school. We used to dodge the classes. We used to go for lectures, laugh at lecturers, say a lot of things, all the things that you think students do. We used to do them in school when we were also in school. But now we are adults now, we are grown. And with the depth of knowledge he has on the field, we are teaching, but he is on the field and he's working and he has been working and he's been interacting with business people. He's been interacting with lots of companies. And currently he's serving as the lead for the Helix Group. So I would not want to brandish his credentials too much. I would leave it to him to tell us what he's all into. And we will leave a lot of time or a lot of room for you guys to ask questions so that we can try as much as possible to answer as many of you who have questions about what is out there in the job market, how to polish yourself, how to present yourself, what should I do before I finish school. That's the kind of things that we want you to learn from these webinars. What do I need to do now as a student so that by the time I finish school, I will be job ready? Okay, so we want you to learn these things. Especially we want you to ask him his challenges, you see, and how he overcame those challenges and how these things are working out for him. I know that we all have struggles, and I'm sure he also has struggles. So he's going to share those struggles with us and where or areas he thinks are good for us. Okay. So without wasting much time, I would like to warmly and humbly, if you can, clap. Okay. There's a clap. There's a clap reaction in the chat. So clap as I welcome our very good friend and wonderful man of God and an IT expert, Mr. Blay Samuel. Okay, let's give an applause to him, Samuel Blay. Yeah, so Mr. Blay, over to you. Kindly, these are all of us. Some of us are in the lab. Okay, some of our students are in the lab currently watching the call. So, but we have a couple of them too online from home and in other places. Okay, so I leave it to you. Just tell us a bit about what you want to share today. And then when you are done, we will make room for some questions that we have.
Okay, great.
Thank
you, Bernard. And nice seeing you once again. I would have loved to see Crystal. Yeah, and thank you for the good work.
Sorry, Crystal is in the lab with the.
He's in the lab. Oh, okay.
So
okay,
I think I don't know if they have a camera there, but if you turn it on, they will see that Crystal is there with some of the students as well. Okay, so he's on the call. He's on the call.
Okay, cool. Hey, Jebu, my man. Great. Let me share my screen and then we can. But it will be good to I see everyone online. Just like you're using the reaction button, it will be good to see you. I want to see reaction from you. So if you're on camera, it will be good. So I can see if what I'm saying is going down well, it's not going down well. Because while you're seeing me, I'm not seeing you, feels like slave trade 2.0. Yeah, I'm being auctioned.
The only issue is that some of the places, the internet connection is not very good. So
Okay, it is.
in order to be on the call for long, they turn off the video so that
The
they can have
videos and
the
everything.
audio well. So please forgive us if not all of us can turn the camera on.
All right, no problem. Let me share my screen and then we can take it from here. But are we all in Ghana? Everyone joined. But good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you're joined from. I'm excited to be part of the journey. And just like Buckman has said, there's been a lot of challenges some of us have faced. So at least we are experienced and we know how we could have gone about things better. If we speak to you now, you will not be making the kind of mistakes we made. Yeah, so today, just like Bernard has said, the whole idea is you should live here with quite a bit of understanding. If you are unclear about things, at least you should try to redirect your path a bit by the time you're done with this chat. But I'll start by engaging you. Since a lot of people are already in the lab, it becomes difficult. But I would like to know, you already have the reaction button. So can you lift up hands if you use an online banking here? Does anyone use an online banking? I see one, two out of the lot. That's good. Can you show by hands if you've ever used mobile money before? Send, receive, transfer, however you want to put it. A lot of us, I believe, almost everyone. Okay. And have we interacted or used apps like e-commerce app, Amazon, Temu, whichever, Walmart, whichever apps? Okay. It's 2026, so I don't expect anything different. Right. Now, can you keep up your hands if you've ever been disappointed or been let down at the worst moment using any of these applications you've mentioned? Example, you send money, leaves your account, and never lands at the destination. Okay, Delay has. The rest have never had bad experience before. Is that the case? Is it only Delay? Did I get the name right? Okay, hello, 4 people. Cool. You will understand why I'm asking this. But before I tell you who I am, I would like to ask you questions and know who you are as well. You don't need to tell me. I'll have an idea from the answers I receive from you. So I ask, if you graduated today, whether you're in level 100, let's assume you graduated today, March 2026. How confident are you that you could get a job in tech within the next 6 months? On a scale of 1 to 3, 3 very confident, 1 not so confident. Don't be shy. Can anyone tell me? You can pop in the chat. Okay. I will mention names, but I see 1. All right. Okay, cool. Okay, I see a combination of 2s and 3s, but the 1s are winning. Okay, cool. So right now, do you know exactly what role you are preparing for after university? Does anyone know? After uni, do you know what you want to do? Can anyone tell? The Vitalis? You can unmute and tell me. It's a discussion before I move on. Vitalis, you want to say something? Did I get the name right?
Yes, you did.
Yeah. What have you got any role in mind? What you want to do after school, uni?
Yeah, I'm looking towards data analysis.
Data analysis. Excellent. That's excellent. Is he the only one who has a career path now?
No, I also have which is IT consultant.
IT consultant is a role.
Yes.
Consulting for what exactly? That's general, generic.
Yeah, for firms, for institutions, companies, That's to do with IT setup, or they need my advice on how they want their organization to be run on IT and everything.
Perfect. Yeah, that's really good. Anyone else?
Computer networking.
Networking. Perfect. Thank you, Alfred. Lastly, then I move on. Anyone else? Okay. So if I ask you to prove today what you can do on the job you want, what would you show me? Someone mentioned data analyst, IT consultant, which will refine. By the end of the chat, you will tell me the exact IT consultant you want to be, because it's generic. I had a lot of, someone who wants to be a tech entrepreneur, which is good. Can you tell me, if I asked you to prove that you can do the job you want, what would you show me? If I ask proof that you can be an IT consultant, you can be a data analyst, you can be an SDET, what would you show me? Anyone? You don't have to show me, but tell me, what would you say? If I ask for evidence, what do you have in place to justify what you want to be? Is Vitaly still going to speak? I see your hands up. Okay, so that's what we need to address. No problem. Okay, so last question. Do you think your degree alone is enough to get you the kind of job you're looking for in tech? You can unmute and tell me, do you think? You can put in the chat. No. Thank you, Prince. Let me hear from you guys. Feedback is good. Okay, great. Then, so to get to know you, the first thing is a lot of us are not so confident that we'll find a job immediately after 6 months. I think Krista has his hand up. Okay, Dele said he'll show me his website portfolio and what he's currently working on. Perfect. So he has something in place. And most of us, I would say, do not know exactly what you want to do after uni. And I inquired if you had, if I ask you to prove today that you can do the job really you want to do. Dele is telling me he has a website portfolio, and that's the only one I see. And I think all of us have agreed that your degree alone is not enough to land your job. So my end goal is simple. By the end of this session, you should leave with a clear idea of how you can change all the discussions we've had. Does that sound fair to everyone? Reactions. I'm not seeing you, so it helps. Is that okay with everyone? Cool. All right. Then I'll tell you a bit about myself, and I'll tell you some more in detail, right? So like Bernard said, I once sat in the seat you are in as a computer science student. I had uncertainties. I didn't know how to navigate the job market after school. But I think while in school, I had a number of things I want to do. I will tell you how I would change that, how I'll make that differently if I had the opportunity now. In my case, we were doing everything. I know Bachman did so many languages. Was that helpful? I would say no, but we'll go through that. But what I've been able to do by the grace of God is build a tech career for close to 10 years. As outside my day job, I help people get into tech. So I run a company called CHRONICLES Studios. Outside, that's where I train QA engineers, DevOps engineers, and all. But I have a few questions as well. I just want to know you better. So imagine you send a mobile money transaction, right? I'm sending $100, no, 100 cedis to my phone. Sorry. You send 100 cedis to, I send 100 cedis, or you send 100 cedis to, who should I use? Alfred. Only 40% of the amount you sent reaches Alfred. but you've been deducted your how do we call it? The charges for that. How would you feel? Can you pop how you feel in the chat? You send 100 CDs to Alfred. Alfred receives just 60 CDs. 40 CDs is nowhere to be found. But you remember entering 100 CDs to be sent. Alfred shows you evidence. I received just 60. Cheated. Prince to be cheated. Come on, guys, you have a reaction. How would you feel? I see angry emojis. Yeah, presentation of how you feel, right? Okay, Lingard will be super mad, which is good. I like that reaction. So imagine you check out on your shopping app. Some of you said you've used e-commerce applications. You've checked out, you see money leave your account. In your cart, you bought items worth 1,000 cedis. You've paid, money has left your account, right? But your order at the end of the day shows just the first item you added to your list or your bucket. You've bought 10 items. You've paid 1,000 cedis. You check out, waiting for shipping or delivery. The confirmation that comes to you shows just one item, the first item you added. How would you feel? Will the anger increase or it will remain the same? Now, your boy is frustrated. Others are feeling calmed. Others are weeping. But you see the anger grow, like you see here. Now someone is really, really mad. Right? Okay, so imagine you open your WhatsApp application. I believe you all use WhatsApp. And you find that every 1 hour, your WhatsApp application sends the last photo that you took on your phone from your gallery. It sends it and it broadcasts it to everyone in your contact list. How would you feel? You never instructed. Every 1 hour, the most recent picture in your gallery is sent to all your contacts. Will you be smiling now or the anger will increase? Okay, Lingard office data. Okay. No one is smiling. So now the anger increases. Right? Perfect. So this is pure IT. When you keep adding the wrong stuff, this is what happens. When you know the right thing to do, yeah, lawsuits. So people are taking it to the law court and things. But we'll come back to this. This is just to make us understand something, but I'll try to tell you who I am in brief sentence. So my name is Blay. I'm currently based in London. I work as an SDET. So an SDET is a software developer engineer in test. I'm Scrum Master certified because I've worked as a Scrum Master for like the past 5 years. I'm ISTQB certified and I'm a member of the British Computer Society. If you guys are not on ADP list, that will be part of the things, the career journey as well. Go to ADP list, create an account and find a mentor. It's free, it helps. So on ADP list, I've been part of the top 50 QA engineers for Q2 2025 till date. I was only top 10 in Q4 2024. But go to ADP list, create an account, we'll get them. Okay. I'll tell you more about myself. I'll use that as part of our discussion. Now, let's start from what most students believe. Okay. Yes, a lot of us have said degree, your certificate doesn't guarantee a job. But during my time, a lot of us believed that once you're done with job, school, automatically you'll find a job. That's what we believe. That is a general perception out there. A lot of students believe that they will figure out things later. When you come out of school, things will be clear. So while you're in school, enjoy yourself. When you're done with school, things will find its way to peace together for your good. Okay, that's a general perception. And a lot of students believe that, good grades are good enough, right? Which is good. Good grades are good enough. So that's a belief out there. I'm not saying they are bad. That's a belief a lot of us have. But the reality is that, in fact, in the job market, there is high competition. tell you why. Employers want proof. That's why Dele said he has a website portfolio of the things he can do and what he has done, evidence. Employers are not looking for certificates. Yes, it's okay, but proof that indeed, when I hire you, I'm not going to waste money. You're going to make money for me. Remember, they're running business, okay? And in fact, the reality is a lot of our students struggle after school, okay? How does this happen? Why is it even happening in the first place? Wait with me a second. Show something. Yeah, so every year, there's a country called Canada on Earth, right? They produce 617,000 graduates on the average every year. In the same year, there's a country called United Kingdom, produces 900,000 graduates every year on the average. The United States of America produces 4.7 million graduates every year. There's a country called China on Earth, produces 12 million plus, over 12 million graduates every year. So in 2 years, 24 million. Multiply those three at the top by 2 as well, okay? There's a country in Africa called Kenya, produces 50,000 graduates every year, okay? And our beloved country, Ghana, produces 300,000 graduates on the average every year. My friends, Nigeria, on the average, about 800,000 graduates every year on the average. You and I fall in the category on the right. We are either from, I picked just 3 random countries that are leading in tech, maybe Botswana is still part, but 50,000, 300,000, we are in here. But what I'm trying to establish here is there is a competition happening. There is competitiveness out there. The same job you are looking for, one person out of the 900,000 from UK may be looking for the same job. Someone from Canada, someone from Australia, someone from New Zealand, someone from France, someone from Germany, name it. Ivory Coast, Togo, Burkina Faso, you are all competing for the same role. I want to condition your mind to look at things in broader perspective. You are not competing for a role with someone from your school. You are just about 300 people, 500 people completing in a year in your school. That's not your competition. Your competition is sitting in America as part of the 4.7 million people graduating, 12 million in China graduating. Okay? Competing for the same thing. That's how come employers want proof, because you have the highest number of people looking for the same. Okay. But the good thing is, tech opportunities are growing. It's not the same. It's not the same kind of roles that were there 5 years ago, the same today. It has evolved. Now, there are a number of roles meeting diverse needs. So you need to also diversify. Okay. Another good news is companies are hiring for these roles, the new ones. Okay. The same IT that was running 2015 is not the same happening in 2026. One role has split into 5 other roles. And we'll explain why. Okay. So the only thing that makes a difference is preparation. That's the good news. Once you prepare, then you will be in the position to compete that guy from China, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, and all that. Right. To be honest, the global tech sector, right, is worth about 24.36 trillion at the moment.
Okay.
After school, how much of this do you think you would want to earn? 24.36 trillion. Now, there are 8.2 billion people on Earth today, as we speak, averagely. So, doing mathematics, it means if all of us on Earth work in tech, it means each individual on the average should be earning $2,970.73 every month. Okay. So you deserve more than just a survival job. In the next slides, we're going to talk about how you can claim your place in this 24 trillion trillion dollars tech sector. Okay, so this is where you are. Now I can properly introduce myself. So I currently work for a multinational company. I work in the group. I'm based in London, like I said. We operate in 6 countries. I lead a group of quality engineers based in UK, Canada, New Zealand, US, South Africa, Singapore. We're going to have a chat of where you are at the moment. I want to start this by asking a few questions as well. It helps. Okay. Do you know your career path? We asked that in the beginning. Between the first slide and now, has anyone thought of a career path? Those that could not mention, has anything changed, even though I haven't said anything yet? Okay, Emmanuel, do you want to tell us? Because I haven't said anything about career path. I just spoke English. Do you want to tell us if you found anything? If you have, because I haven't said anything yet. Blockchain development, excellent. Okay, someone wants to be a programmer now. So it means people are now thinking about it. You need to have a career path. Good. Have you built any real projects around the career path you've chosen? Yes. And do you know the industry tools for those career paths you've chosen? Still on it, Pascal is on it. Good. So this is where you are. We need to navigate so you can have all these answers to all these questions, which will make you a better candidate in those statistics I showed. Okay, that's the end goal. So the good thing is IT is diverse, okay, and it keeps changing. There's a lot more improvements coming in each day, day in, day out. But what I want to say is tech is not just software development. That's one of the mistakes we made. Tech is not just software development. Each of these paths require different skills, okay, and different thinking styles. If you can't program, it doesn't mean you are useless. Okay? You could be critical thinker, you could like design, you could like music, you could like sound, you could like tech has a way of meeting those skills differently for you to be excellent at what you do. You don't have to be a developer to be working in tech. Okay? So your job mainly is to find where you fit. Now, this list is not the entire thing, but sectors, people in engineering software, people interested in design, UX, UI, product design, service design, people who likes data analysts, engineer, data science, right? Now, most recently, because of extreme programming, DevOps, cloud engineering, cybersecurity. If you can speak good English, you can manage people well, not just English. I mean, you can communicate right. Let me put it right. Communicate nicely, listen to people, be empathic, and hear what their pain is and meet them at the point of their need. IT support. Because you come from a tech background, you'll be excellent at it, right? Quality engineering, attention to detail, ensuring systems being built meet users' needs, and above all, the expectation of what the requirement is. Now, business analysis. Okay, having a thorough understanding of what is supposed to be built versus what has to be delivered. Product management, seeing to the entire end-to-end delivery portfolio. These are all tech, not just limited to this, but a lot more on the right, like you see. Okay, so tech is not just software development. Like I said, I'll be using myself as we go along, because that's the whole idea. I did computer science, but I did my master's in digital service design. And when we get there, so career path. In tech, you always go in as entry level, graduate into mid-level, become senior when needed, and you can enter any of these managerial positions, but that's not the focus. The whole idea is getting you ready for the job market. Okay. Now, I've mentioned software engineering, I've mentioned design, data related, DevOps, cybersecurity, and all. What do you need to be excellent in these areas? Okay. In software engineering, development, of course, you need to be good in a programming language, not limited to what you see. I should put etc. there. You should have a problem-solving skills. Okay. And it should be a project, not just on GitHub. It could be on Bitbucket and others. But you should have, or GitLab, you should have projects to show that this is what I've done, this is what I can do. In design, you should be a creative thinker. So you see the kind of requirements is changing a bit. It doesn't mean when you're a developer, you can't be creative. But the kind of creativity is design is different from who a software engineer or a developer would look like, right? The tools now vary because you need to use tools like Figma, Adobe SD, right, for your design work. And of course, you need to have a portfolio as well. Okay. Now, for data-related roles, you need to use any of these because it's just a communication between you and a storage environment, okay, called database, right? You need to communicate, fetch me an information, insert into the information, update, delete, do whatever. There should be that kind of layer in between. And you can do that using various programming languages, be it SQL, Excel, which is not a programming language, but or Python. Okay. And you need to be analytical, okay, to work in such an environment. Most importantly, you see data projects. So what do you see commonly among these three? Project, portfolio, project. What is it telling us? Evidence. Evidence. Everyone wants to see what you've done, no matter how small it is. Okay. We'll get to how you package this nicely and be excellent in your field. Same with DevOps. Okay. Platforms like AWS, Azure, and the others. And you need to have that extreme programming mindset. What we are looking for in my company, we ship to production every day, every single day, we ship to production. Okay. And we are using those CI/CD tools. It can only be achieved if you are running microservices. Okay. Those were the days where if you are developing a system, you need to design your login page, build a logic for the login page, go to payment, do those days are over now. We are doing more of microservices based. So your login feature could be sitting on AWS, your payment processing is on Azure, your SMS is a Lambda function sitting on AWS. It's scattered all over the place, okay, because we want to that efficiency in the entire chain. And you need to understand basic scripting to work in DevOps, cybersecurity, networking, of course. And in fact, you need to know the security tools. IT support should be able to communicate clearly. You should have the mentality of troubleshooting, because if you can't work with your users to understand the pain they are having, how do you then assist them? Quality engineering, same, business analysis. But what I'm trying to arrive at here is, I want to finish too quickly so we can have a chat, is you would realize that you need evidence. It could be in the form of a project, it could be a portfolio, however you want to, but you should have evidence of what you've done, what you are doing, what you plan to do. Okay. If this is the case, why do students even struggle in the first place? In life, okay, you can charm people with empty words, right? But then when survival is at stake, only real skills matter. Okay, skills and results is what matters. There are questions? Yes, of course, Enoch. They are all skills needed, data structures and algorithms, and data related roles. Yes, they are. If you are a critical thinker, those two things you've mentioned will not be a problem. That's why I've summarized it into those two. But all I'm trying to say is when reality sets in, what you are made of is what will make the difference. Now I have this single slide. I use it for training QA engineers. So you realize I've mastered some parts. But I want us to go through, for those of us who don't know what roles are there in IT, what you see is the system development lifecycle. It's a 5 or 6 phased approach, depending how you put the last two. Some people merge it together and it becomes 5, or it's separate and it becomes 6. So for any software to be baked or prepared and shipped to customers to use, people must sit like we are now, have a chat, think about a solution, find a problem, and think about how they will make money when we solve this problem and how this solution will benefit the user. Okay. And you usually have a BA, a business analyst, a product manager, a product owner, whoever, a business rep. And the business rep can come from an IT or a computer science background like you and I. In fact, when you have a business rep who has knowledge in IT or has background in computer science or IT, they are excellent. Companies want that. So this is one area. If you are someone who is passionate about solving things, listening to people, piecing it together so you can make sense out of it for another group of people to work on them, you fall in this category, what I call the business reps. So in the software development lifecycle, requirement gathering, you can work as a BA, you can work as a PM. So what I mean by a BA is a product manager, even a project manager, a product owner, a scrum master, whoever, okay? The person who translates what needs to be built into document. And usually the document that is prepared is what we call BRD. I'm sure you are all aware, a business requirement document, which is further broken down into functional specification, non-functional specification, and user stories. Okay, what is a functional specification? That is what the system is built to do. The payment, the search, the pay, the something, what the system is built to do. And non-functional specification is how the system carries out those activities. Example, who should I use? I see the name Mary. A Mary group of companies operating in Nigeria. They sell wigs online, the ladies' wigs online. Mary's company receives payment through Visa and MasterCard. Now, Mary wants to expand to China. Okay, people in China don't use Visa, MasterCard, just an example. The dominant card scheme is China UPI. So Mary wants to now add a feature that allows her system to start receiving payment from China UPI. Okay. So in Mary's company, there's someone who puts a requirement together. The person will say, in this system we are building or this feature we are adding, we will accept payment from China UPI. People will enter card number in this format. People will enter dates in this format. Users will log in this format. Users will log out in this format. Okay, that's a functional requirement. As part of the system delivery, it will also be decided that when 1,000 people log onto our system, we expect the response time to be this. When 50 people log on, response time to be this. As part of the system rollout, these are the security features in place. That's non-functional, how the system is carrying out those functional specifications. Okay. Now, when the BA, the product manager, have written the requirement, the next phase of software development, which is design, making meaning out of, what has been written, all the grammar. All the grammar is where you find, design. And in here, we have UX, UI designers, we have product designers, however you want to call them, who build, so in this sector, just like you see, people who like graphics, critical thinkers, people who can be innovative, like come up with brilliant. And in design phase, it's not just about graphics. Okay. So in design, we use what we call design thinking to come up with prototypes. Okay, it's a series of steps you need to go through. But in design, it will always come into two forms. There is what we call the high-level design document and low-level design document. I'm just showing you the outputs and the people who work there. So you can work there as a solution or a technical architect, a product designer, a UX UI designer, a research engineer. Research engineers are the one making those requirements and making them going through certain activities. So it becomes graphical. But the end goal of this is to produce a product or a prototype that will look similar to what should be designed in the build state by the software engineers. Okay, so each phase has roles. A typical, let me show you before we get there, a portfolio I had built in the past. So this is my survey design portfolio I used for jobs in the past here. Yeah, so like you see here, this, I think I did this at the end of COVID. So when COVID was complete, I came up with this concept that if people walked, since we were trying to do social, do you call social distancing? If you go into shops, I want to build an engine called iCheckout. So if I went into a shop and I want to buy an item, I don't want to pick the items, walk to a till, and then someone will serve me, or even if I'm using a self-checkout kiosk, still interact with something before checkout. No. If I went into a shop, another problem I found was if people go into shops and I'm looking for, say, Weetabix, and I can't find it, I need to go find an attendant. Where can I find Weetabix? It says go to aisle 5, row 2. And I now have to know. If I go into the shop and I search for Weetabix, automatically it should redirect me, the phone, direct me like you see. Go to where to find it. If I pick it, I can check out on the spot and leave. Okay. So this is service design. It's not just about design, critical thinking. And this is the steps I had to go through. Okay. Did research. This is a pure portfolio. So I do what we call low-level design to high-level design. And I'm using what we call empathy maps, doing storyboard, okay, and come up with personas who will be using a representation of which people will be using the system, how they think, where they are from, what they see, and all that. Okay. And now I use design thinking. So ideation, I did a user flow, and I sketch how I want my system to look like, okay, see, all the way to the end product. Okay. If I went into interview with you, they asked me a question. I said, I have a portfolio. Let me show you what I've done. I've showed them this. You are speaking grammar. Do you think they'll pick you? That's a competition. Right? This was 2019. I have earlier ones. I was trying to improve remittance apps, send money to Africa. Okay. I'm not a designer, and I'll show you. So when we get, I said I'll use myself. This is the preparation I'm talking about. But so this is a typical design portfolio, like you see here. Where I am, I'm trying to use the slide to do a lot of the talking. Now, the build phase, you can work as a software engineer, you can work as a DevOps engineer, you can work up as a QA engineer, you can work as so many roles, like you see down here. Okay, a lot of different roles, 7 different needs in the software development lifecycle. Once the software has been developed, there is a phase called testing. People need to verify that indeed the software that is being built meets the requirements for which it's being built. So we have test analysts, okay? We have test analysts, we have QA engineers, And now SDET, because we are moving left, we are shifting left. So SDETs are doing more of development and testing in development. So they are using code to verify systems. We have implementation managers who see to it that the system that has been tested successfully is deployed to production for the end user to use. You don't need to be a software engineer or be coding to be an IM. Okay. Now, once it's been deployed and it's live, they are support team. And like I said, if you come from a tech background like you and I, and you work in support, you'll be excellent. So not everyone has to be a code coder in quotes, okay, or should be coding in quotes. Are we okay? I can't see everyone, so I don't know their reaction. With me, okay. Now, having seen this, why do students struggle in the first place? I believe by now you would have established, because we've answered this question in the past. No practical experience. Okay? Because you don't have practical experience, you don't have anything, evidence to show that indeed you can do the job, no matter how bad it is. Okay? And our CVs are weak as students. Okay. And in fact, we are applying without strategy. We just go on to LinkedIn, do easy apply. That's it. We expect a recruiter to call us, which is not the case. This is very important if you can take a snapshot of this. So, based on all that you've heard so far, if you applied today, you graduated today, and you're applying for any job, what proof do you have that you can do the job? You need to show, because now you've established that evidence is very key, in addition to the little knowledge that you have. Okay, so we can only show this by talking about what employers really want. Employers are looking for practical skills, not theory. Okay, you should be able to do the things that you are preaching. Problem-solving ability. Let's turn the tables. I see Eric Sua. Is it Eric Sua? Eric Sua has a company. The company is worth $5 million. Eric needs a software engineer. Eric needs IT support analyst. Eric needs an implementation manager. Eric needs a BA. BA is a business analyst. Eric needs a project manager. Eric needs a product manager. These are all IT roles. They are not business roles. Do you think Eric will hire someone who can make him profit? No. Eric will want to hire someone who can make him profit. And the only way Eric can guarantee that the person I'm hiring can make me profit, if the person can show that even the job I'm hiring you for, yes, I haven't done it before, but in the past, I've managed to attempt to also solve problems. That's the evidence in the form of a portfolio. Okay, show that you have something to show. The person should be able to solve problems, evidence of work, and the person should be able to communicate clearly. Communication is really key. Okay. It's not about grammar, but communication in any language. You should be able to express yourself, to understand clearly. So now, the roadmap. How do we get there? You need to choose a path. Okay. Today, we all need to choose a path based on the software development lifecycle. That's how software is prepared or baked or cooked, however you want to put it. Okay. You need to find your strength there. Yes, focus on your books, because now you are being prepared as a student. But you need to know where your strength is, okay, and choose a path. The good thing about IT is you can always alternate, right? And I'll tell you where I came from, because initially I thought I was going to be a software engineer. I worked as a front-end developer, right? I switched to go and work as an implementation manager, worked in DevOps, came back to Scrum, and now in QA. You should build projects. That's the evidence we're talking about. While you've chosen a path, build projects for that path. And you need to learn the tools, most importantly. If you are in design, You can do away with Figma, Adobe SD. If you are in software development, you need to, of course, know a programming language. Okay, both the front end and the back end. Depend, unless you want to be a front end engineer, but no, you need to know how you develop softwares. And most importantly, you position yourself well. Okay, that is where discipline comes in. You don't go drinking Friday night, okay, because you're a smart guy. And think Monday you can go into interviews, and I'm not saying drinking is bad, but I'm saying position yourself well. Be that person people can respect and entrust you with important stuff. Okay, how you carry yourself. And most importantly, apply smart. Okay. I have a series on how you can do job applications with AI. I have this. I'll leave this with your teachers and it can be shared across board. So I came up with prompts on how to use, so how to do effective. Where is it? Bear with me. That screen is not moving. Yeah, so how you even set up, example, your chat GPT, you need to personalize it, set custom prompts, everything here. But I'll share so you can have it. It will be useful when you need to prepare your CVs and other stuff. And now the last one is communication skills. Already said it. Communicate clearly, drum down what you need people to understand what you are made of. Okay, it's what employers are looking for. Because for me to employ in my company is business for me. I need you to be making money for me. And the only way I can guarantee you'll be making money for me is if you have the skills. You have a problem-solving ability, evidence of work to show me that indeed what I'm applying for, you can do it. Okay. Roadmap, you said choose path, build projects, position yourself, and apply smart. So if you ask me what I'll do differently if I'm starting all of them, I'll choose a career path. Okay. I'll build projects sooner. I won't wait till I'm done with school. Okay. And I'll focus on practical skills. Okay. I'll start early. So in here, I'll be using myself as an example. What helped me was while we were in school, I think end of level 100, came back level 200 was when I found someone in level 400, and that guy is late now. A very excellent guy. He's called Gad. Excellent guy. He's really good. So I found where my weakness was. I was struggling with programming. Okay. So I found that guy in level 400 who is excellent. He's really good. And I paid him money to teach me Java while in level 200. So while I'm going to class like we are all doing, I was learning Java on the side and PHP. Yeah, I think PHP. Those were the first two languages I said I studied. So by the end of level 200 first semester, that guy is so good to the extent that he's teaching you practical stuff, practical, not theory, so practical. He's really good. He's level 400. He's gone through the system. So I was taking the knowledge that he has spent 3 years or 4 years to gain. See the concept? He has spent 3 years to get the knowledge. And he has gone through the process. He knows what wasted his time, what didn't waste his time, and all. So I spent 1 semester, paid him money, and he gave me that knowledge. Okay. And as part of that knowledge, what he did was he asked me to do a project, okay, to show what I've done. So we got to level 300. Yeah, so in level 200, while we went home for the holidays, he said, go to the community, find a problem. So I went to my community and I said, the Ghana Education Service at the time, I remember when I was in SHS, they were posting my results in envelopes. sometimes he never gets home. I go for vacation, I come back to school, my parents don't have my results. So I said, okay, I'm going to automate the whole process. The process of teachers uploading their results, the grading of the results, and I don't want the results to be posted to students. So I built one central system and I built websites individually. That was how bad it was, individual. So I had about 15 websites for SHS schools, and I had one central system. So the front end was those websites. You log into those websites based on your school, you can access your results. Teachers access the central system, the back end, upload grades in Excel, the system will rank it, keep the result. You can go back, just like you would think of. That was one. The other problem I found was hospital. I said people queue too much in hospital. So I built a hospital management system and said, you go to a hospital, right at OPD. I don't want them to go and pick a card, enter your hospital number. Then it does a queuing system at the OPD. It will send you to a doctor, the whole concept. Okay. That was what I did vacation, came back, 300. And level 300 to 400. While we were going to 400, my friend was the mathematics department president. I went to him and said, hey, guy, you guys have been voting manually all the time. I can build an application for you to vote electronically. Now, what's happening is I was building the confidence. Okay. So I built my first commercial system. I remember they paid me 600 cedis then. Yeah, paid me 600 cedis for that. And even that one, Ghana man, they took their cut and gave me small money, but it was okay. So by the time I was done with school, and I think I automated GAMSU database because I was part of the GAMSU. So I went to the GAMSU leadership and told them, guys, I can build a system. You don't have to keep record of all students who come in level 100, and now you don't know who completed last 2 years. And I built that using Java. Application you need to run on the desktop before you use. But at least I did something. Okay, so by the end of level 400, while in school, I already had projects. Okay, and I'm telling you, I wasn't the most brilliant. Krista and Ben, I will tell you, but I had something, and it was practical. Okay? I could develop systems that send SMSs, but a lot of my friends could not. Their system could not even send emails. Why? What was the changing point? I found someone in level 400 who imparted the knowledge. Okay, so you need. If I had my own way, I would have chosen my career path early. The other thing that didn't work for me was that we tried doing everything. So one person, I like designs. I like designs a lot. So I do designs. I'm doing the programming aspect. I'm doing everything. Okay. Now I only got to know that this is a challenge for me. When I moved to the UK, went to Canada, during my master's program, and I noticed that a lot of the people in my class are one way. The advantage for me is if you bring anything across board, yes, I'm good, but I'm not excellent at anything at all. But they are excellent at something. So I had this guy from Russia who is a mobile developer. He doesn't know anything about web. For him, if you bring anything, he'll tell you, no, I'm a mobile, right, developer. That's it. Okay. So if I found something that I wanted to do from the beginning, be excellent at it, that's what I'll do now. I'll build projects sooner, and I'll focus on the practical skills. Yes, I won't fail my exams. I'll learn excellent, but I'll focus to also gain the practical aspect of things. And I'll start early. There's no time to waste. I won't wait till end of school before I make a change. So next steps for us is we will pick a career path. Okay. Now, you need to pick a career path based on everything I've said. You are students, you know the software development life cycle. The book part, what I showed you is what is happening in the field. Okay. I showed you the rules for each of them. Pick one, start a project this week around it. It doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be software development before you can do a project. I've shown you design. You can have recorded calls of friends, someone app support. That's your strength. Research your field. And in fact, improve your CV with those prompts that I'll be giving you. I've already developed, that's why I'll give that out. It will work like magic for you. If next time there's the opportunity, we can go through how you can enhance your job search using AI. Because in fact, what's happening is if you are not using AI, someone is taking your job from you. Okay? Because if you don't, someone will use it to pick your job. And don't sleep on LinkedIn. Do you have LinkedIn account? Who doesn't have LinkedIn account here? No. Okay. So let's go create a LinkedIn account. Okay. You don't have to be working to have LinkedIn account because it's all networking. Have LinkedIn account and we take it from them. You can connect with me, connect with your teachers, connect amongst yourself. Okay. In fact, you left home for better opportunities. You're in school to upgrade yourself and be excellent to your family, to your friends, to your community. Okay, so let's turn that courage into a career, something that respects your hustle. You don't want to come out of school after spending 4 years and be the same person you were when you entered level 100. No. Okay. Tech salaries. Okay. You are at a better place. Tech salaries are 2 times higher than any other sector. Okay. So if you pick the support engineer, he will always earn 2 times higher if you put them the same level of experience as a nurse. 5 years experience nurse, 5 years support engineer. This guy will be earning twice. How do you achieve that? Persistency, consistency, excellent at what you do. The advantage is you work in tech. Okay, so in fact, when you manage your poverty well, the rich will respect you. I'll pause here and take questions from you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Let's give a round of applause. Let's give a round of applause. That's so awesome. Thank you so much, Blake. I really enjoyed myself. Especially the one with the if you lie to a girl. That one was so much. Thank you. So questions. This is where we want you to ask questions, okay? So please don't be scared. There's no wrong or right. He has shared a lot. In fact, so much. So you can put your question in the chat. We'll read it. We don't want to spend too long, please. So don't say that you are waiting till the end. Okay. He's volunteering his time to be here. So please ask your question. Okay. You can share it with me privately and I can ask him if you are shy. Okay. But we would, much as possible, encourage you to ask confidently. Okay, you can build confidence now. Ask him. He's currently sharing a lot. Please ask your questions. Okay, so we'll leave room for questions. If I see that you're not asking questions, then I'll ask my question. Okay, but I want you to ask your questions because you are the reason why he's here. Okay.
Yeah. Hello.
Yes. Okay, so you put your hand up so that we can ask in an orderly fashion. Okay, so I heard Yasin. So after Yasin,
Yeah.
then the next then we go like that. Okay, please make it clear and simple so he can answer it very well. Okay, don't make it so long. I beg you. Thank you.
All right. So talking of building up a portfolio, this is a situation we are living in the country or like this part of our world. When you go for job interview or you're looking for a job, all they ask you is like, where is your paper? Like they focus on the certificates. With this one too, what are you going to do?
Okay. Should I take them one after the other? Yeah. Cool. So your question is.
Okay. You want to take them? You want to take them one after the other?
Yeah. Otherwise, I'll forget. Okay. Yeah. Who asked the question?
Call Yasin.
Yasin. Yeah, that's an excellent question. So
Yeah.
I'll answer your question by showing you this. Like, I'm a Christian, so you see down there, I said every year, how many students graduate from Canada? 617,000 average. In the UK, 900,000 average. 4.7 million people from the US. China alone produces 12 million plus annually. graduates. So it means in 2 years, there are 24 million people competing with you. If you completed school last year, okay, in the last 10 years, there are over 120 million people you are competing with. Every year, it keeps increasing by 12 million, by China alone. So your focus should not be Ghana. That's number one. Tech is the only industry you can work from a location and from elsewhere. Like I said, when I sit behind my PC, so in here I have 4 screens, 4 giant screens. I'm home. The last time I went to the office was the beginning of the year. But I work in US, Canada, New Zealand, Singapore, South Africa, and the UK, sitting behind my PC. Okay. So the focus should not be on who is asking you for certificates. Certificate is good. I'm not talking about certification. I'm talking about your school certificate. It's good. It's excellent. You need to be certified. When I came, I told you I'm Scrum Master certified. I am ISTQB certified, which makes me a member of the British Computer Society. It's good. It's excellent. But beyond that, I don't remember the last time someone asked for my master's degree certificate when I went looking for a job. No. It's only in Ghana. I don't remember the last time someone asked to see even my Scrum Master certification of me. No. All they want to see is evidence. Can you do the job? Show us the evidence. Is that okay? So the certificate is fine. Whoever is asking, give them the certificate. But beyond that, if you don't have the practical experience, you don't have anything to show for it, you struggle. That's all we're trying to say. Does that answer your question?
Okay, I want to also share something that even that one is an erroneous understanding of the whole thing. In fact, the certification or the certificates that they ask for is so that they can cut the number of applicants. But when you walk into that room for the interview, they are going to, unless they are going to give you the job because you are related to them and they need your certificate just to make sure that you have the qualification. But Blake can attest to it. When you walk into the room for an interview, I've been to several interviews. When you walk into the room, the certificate will get you a seat. But when you walk and sit in front of a panel, they will ask you questions about IT, about the job, okay? Which has nothing to do with your certificate. They will expect you to know certain things which have nothing to do with your certificate. Once you say that you did IT, you must know. Okay, so thank you very much, Blake. I think there are a few. We'll take the one hand which is up, and then we can read the questions on the chat. Yasin, are you okay? Okay, he's gone. Blake,
I'm
we'll
here.
take the one.
Yes, please. Thank you.
Okay, so Israel. Yeah. Israel, you have to unmute. Kindly unmute yourself.
Can you hear me, sir?
Israel, go on.
Good evening. Good evening.
Yes, ask your question, please.
Yeah, I want to ask Mr. Sam, how did you find your niche in the IT space? How did you come to discover your niche?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Okay.
This guy must be the one disturbing you all in class because he asked difficult questions. I'll tell you what my niche is. I'll answer it with a slide. Okay. So I told you what I did wrong. So at some point, so let me tell you how I got into tech. Okay. So we completed uni just like everyone. We were posted to national service. I was posted to them. These cocoa board people, how do you call them? Produce buying company. And I was posted there with, like Buckman knows, a lot of our friends. And I remember that day I went in with a friend from computer science. We got there and connection has set in. Other people have taken our place. So they said there's no place at all. And what helped me was I was posted to Standard Chartered Bank. Okay, I went for it and I was posted to Standard Chartered Bank. And it happens I was posted to a department that is the second highest paid department in the bank. across Africa. I never knew. In fact, when I got there, I said I wanted IT. So the place is called transaction banking, but I said I want IT. Yeah, I'm an IT guy. I'm an IT guy. Which one is? I want to be a programmer. Put me in IT. I don't want to be in transaction banking. And I had two friends who, like people I met there, who were happy to exchange with me. And I was wondering, why are these guys so eager to change their place with me? So let me relax. And I got to find out, no, this is actually a good place. Okay. There, my first role was, like you see, that's why I'm displaying this, an implementation manager. So Standard Chartered Bank is a global bank from in the UK. And when solutions are built in Chennai, India, our job was to deploy. And because I came from a computer science background, what helped me was that I knew if something wasn't running, at least I know what a server is. I know what front end is. I know what back end is. So when there's a problem with even the systems, before it gets to Chennai, I'm the one explaining properly what the problem is. So I had upper hand over everyone. Okay. So that's how come I said that is not programming. But because I come from a computer science background, being taught by people like Bachman, excellent guy, Crystal, excellent guy, you have that understanding. So how did I find my niche? Now, I did implementation manager for implementation for a while in Standard Chartered Bank, moved to another bank, and I went there to work in the first part of the software development life cycle, which is product management. Okay. Now, because here I was explaining problems, deploying, now I was picking requirements from users and translating them into what should be built. Okay. So I did a lot of work in Ghana. So we did the mobile money interoperability. I did GCNet. Okay. Did ICOMS at Ghana ports. Payment systems for all polytechnics in Ghana, a lot of registrar general, even the Terminal 3 automation, went into automate KGTR market, rent, a lot of things. Okay. Then now I sat back and said, okay, I come from a programming background. I've done this, done that. When I'm looking for jobs as a software developer, it may be hard because I haven't done that for a while. So rather, I want to have from the software development lifecycle, I want to have an understanding of everything. Okay, that was why I went to do my master's in design in the UK. And I did my first job in Canada in build as a front-end developer. Okay, and while doing that, I found that there were actually jobs like SDET. I didn't know, to be honest. I had no knowledge. Even when you build a system, it has to be tested by someone. When you build it, test yourself. Who is coming to test? But apparently, there's a whole industry for that. Okay. And I did it and I loved it. Okay. And I got to know that that's the only place where I don't have to think a lot, like have sleepless nights on how to implement. If you're a developer, anyone from the requirement side goes to run their mouth, come to you with useless things to build. Okay. How it's being built is none of their business. So I escaped that. And I found out that I'm good at checking things like a marking scheme, looking out for, okay, this is not done properly. This has been done properly. Okay. So putting together the development skill, the requirement skills, the deployment skills, I'll be good at verifying what is being deployed. So I stayed at quality engineering. That is how I found mine. Some people find theirs straightforward. And I'm telling you, right from the start from school, I knew Bachman would be a teacher. I knew if he wasn't going to teach students, he was going to be someone who tells people about things. You know why? Because he's good at explaining things. That has been part of him, so it will be easy for him to find. Okay. I knew I was going to be a front-end developer. Okay. But when my guy transferred the knowledge in level 200 in PHP, and I really loved PHP. I fell in love with PHP. I loved Java. So now I thought I was going to be a software engineer. I went to work in the bank and I noticed, no, can actually make more money, not being the one working on it, but the one speaking. for the product. So that's how come I jumped right into product management. So I've been to, so at some point, I was assigned to the Ghana Police Transformation Service, the IGP's office. I go there, run my mouth, They tell me, oh, we want this, we want that, we want that, we want that. I say, okay, don't worry, we'll get it done. I go back, they don't know the developers. I go back, give it to the developers to do the dirty work. They give it to me and I go and claim my name. Yeah. That's how I found my niche.
Thank
Does
you.
that answer your question?
Yeah, has he answered your question?
Thank you so much, sir. I'm really grateful. Thank you, sir.
No problem. Cool.
Profound.
So we'll come back to the people whose hands are up. Please keep your hand up, okay? I want to read one or two of the questions and then Blake can answer that for us, okay? So I think the first question in the chat says, it's from Richmond. It says, does product management and project management have any link?
Yes, there is a clear difference between product management and project management. Yeah, so which examples do I even use? So let me put it this way. Product management, right? Focuses on the product itself. So like the goal is to build the right thing. Okay. So in product management, we decide the features of the system. So that what is being built. We are looking at a payment solution. Payment solution should have a leg, arm, head, tummy, bum, whatever. So the product itself, the features, understand what the user wants. That's product management, the product, what the user wants. Define the vision of the product. What we are implementing should do A, B, C, D for the user. And in turn, our company should earn B, Y, D, Z, whatever. Okay. And as part of product management, we decide which part is a priority. Are you okay? That's the product. So in product management, we use what we call MOSCO, must have, could have, should have. We use that to order the list of priorities. So in the features, you need to know which one is the most important to the user, which one is next in that order. So that's the product itself. Now, project management deals with the execution and delivery of the product. Two separate things. Product management is looking at what it is, what the features are, what are the priorities, how does it benefit the customer, how does it benefit the business, how do we make money out of this? That's the product management itself, owning the end-to-end. And project management deals with the execution. Okay, so project management, like we say, is only born out of change. Whenever you think of a change, okay, and it is time bound, that's when project is born. Example, Richard runs a company. Richard needs something delivered. In Richard's company, there's what we call BAU, business as usual. That's what they do every day. No time limit. But anytime something new comes up, there is a vision to be accomplished. Richard can put together people, call them project team, give them a task, and say, deliver this in 2 weeks. It becomes a project. Anytime something is being delivered and it doesn't have a timeline, it's not a project. It's BAU. Okay. So project management has to do with the execution and the delivery. The product management is the goal itself, what is being developed, the features, the priorities. Yeah. So in project management, we plan timelines. You could manage tasks and resources, track the progress. Okay. So project management is used to deliver products. Yeah, let me put it that way. Does that answer the question?
Yeah, I think it answers. And I don't know which of the Richmonds this one is, but we talked about operations. I think the level 400s, when we did project management in IT, operation is the day-to-day administration and running, the activities you do. And then project management is when you manage a timed or a scheduled event or within the company, right? That's insane. And the next question says, can contact with Sir be possible? What do you mean by that, Emmanuel Onyeka? He says follow him on LinkedIn. He's on LinkedIn. So his name is Samuel Blay. Just search for him on LinkedIn. You can follow him, ask him questions, and send him personal messages, okay? Next one by Pascal says, please, can I get a roadmap of becoming a blockchain dev? Okay, that one is a bit specific. I want us to take a few questions more, and then maybe this one we will reserve for later. Okay, Pascal, we'll come back to your question. Okay. Let's take one question from the hands that are up. Pascal. Same Pascal, your hand is up. Okay. So Pascal, please unmute yourself and ask your question. Hello.
Hello.
Yes.
Good
Yes.
evening.
Good evening.
Sir, thank you for the information, Sir Blay. I really appreciate that. And I would like to ask a roadmap about blockchain development. There's a project I'm working on trying to like integrate blockchain dev to quantum computing, and I would like to like get some roadmap about blockchain development.
Okay. Blay, you want to take that now, or we can?
Yeah, I can take them. I can take them
okay.
now. Yeah, I can take it now. So yeah, blockchain is a technical area, and I'm happy a student is not afraid to go into something like that now. But I would say the first thing is to be excellent in blockchain, programming is not negotiable. You should be excellent at programming. The first thing is JavaScript or Python, really important. Okay. You should be comfortable with what we call OOP functions, data structures, and most recently, APIs, to put it that way, is something you should really be conversant with. If you can't really code well, blockchain would be difficult. Okay. And you should understand how the web works. If you're in blockchain and you can't differentiate between what the internet is and World Wide Web is, you are not in the right place. You should understand what how the web works. You should understand front-end development, and in fact, how APIs operate. Okay. Public APIs, private APIs, you should have a thorough understanding of how they work. Because what's happening is you'll be picking information from here, fetching from here, updating here. Today you are connecting to a weather API. Tomorrow you are connecting to a microservice sitting in Singapore that processes large data. You need to be calling an endpoint, passing certain kind of payload, but APIs would be good. Now to move on to blockchain itself. What is blockchain? How transactions work? What do we mean when we say private, public blockchain, right? So the key concepts, as I remember or know, what we call blocks, hashing, wallets, gas fees, and all that. You need to have a thorough understanding of all this, build real projects. The journey would be good at programming knowledge, everything I've said, build real project, something that people can interact with. Okay, so start simple. If you have, I believe now, you know, a basic token, a voting system, a simple decentralized app. Okay, something, your goal is to have something you can show. It doesn't mean it has to be complex. Okay, and learn front-end integration. Let me put it that way. Most blockchain developers also connect to apps using UIs. So you need to learn to connect smart contracts to front end, and libraries like web3.js. There's another one. Web3.js is it ether.js, I think. Yeah. Yeah, but build a portfolio, simple one, not much complex. And now start applying for jobs and use those prompts I'll be giving out to enhance your CV. You should be fine.
Okay. Thank you so much. We'll take one from the chat. It says, from Enoch Abbey, it says, is it too late to decide on a career path now, especially relating to data analysis and its related field? Okay.
No,
If you ask me, I'll say no,
it's
too late.
It's never too late. I can tell you why. My senior brother went to do financial mathematics. He went round, and he came back to do his master's last year in data analysis because he found that data is money because of big data now. So he said, you know what, forget everything I know. I want to do something else now. And that's the beauty of IT. Yeah. Like you see, that's why I'm displaying the software development lifecycle. Today you can be in requirements, tomorrow you can decide to be in support. And the next day you can decide to be, because you have the basics. So it's never too late. Find your interest.
I think what we do is that we only teach the things in there, but we don't teach that there are actually careers behind everything.
Yeah.
Even we didn't know when we were going to school. So
exactly.
I think it's very good that you are showing us this and you're explaining to us the various possibilities, what is possible behind each of those software development lifecycle phases. Okay. His second question reads, most at times balancing work, semester courses, and its related fields and career path becomes a bit demanding. How do you balance them all while engaging in personal growth development as well? So this is very important. We have some mature students who are currently working and also in school, and he wants to ask, how do you balance all of this with career development and work, family, and all those kind of stuff?
That's your answer. That's the answer. All I'm trying to say is it's not easy, brothers and sisters. But where we come from, it's you can only persevere and be strong. Okay. No matter where you pass, it's really difficult. In Ghana, you don't really see that much, but I wasn't this tough, to be honest. I easily gave up. But when I got to know that when I'm going into an interview, those guys I'm going against, that 4.7 million people I graduated with from the US, I need to be 3 times better than them. Because number one, my skin has taken me off the competition. Okay? My skin color. Immediately I walk in. If whatever I'm saying is not 10 times better than those white and pink noses, what they will say, I'm totally out. Right? That is what should keep you going. It's difficult to manage it all, but all I can say is there was this. Did he say, Mohammed, carry on, you won't die or something? There's this thing circulating on social media. You won't die, be strong. Yeah.
Thank you so much. That's very true. Okay, we need to persevere. That's one of the things we are teaching you in school, to persevere and to not give up. To not say that because I have my problems are overwhelming, I need to give, I cannot do anything. I just do what I can, and you will not make anything out of your school. Okay. Next question. Next question is from Eric Sua. He says that, sir, please, can I get the roadmap of becoming a cybersecurity analyst? Okay. And then says, please, can I get the road? Oh, but we already answered that one. Okay, we already answered that one. Then Alfred Arthur says, I have no knowledge about what? Yikes. About the IT, but I am still doing a course. So please, what strategy should I take to master the course, please? What course? I'm even confused about your question. he needs a clear question so that he can answer you, okay? Then he's going to answer the cybersecurity one very soon. We will end shortly, so please take note. Evelyn is asking a question about, please, how can fresh graduates gain experience when most jobs require experience? Okay. Blair is going to answer that shortly. So, Mr. Blair, can you help
Cybersecurity.
Evelyn?
From cybersecurity.
Yeah.
Whoever, this is a computer science, right?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, in Ghana, we put, yes, I mean, that's a stepping stone. But if you ask me, stop thinking about cybersecurity. I know the name sounds nice. Okay. That is the only field I'll tell you, don't waste your energy. I'm telling you as a brother. Yeah. Don't waste your energy based on experience, based on people I've seen. So like I said, I mentor on ADP list, side hustle. And what I've noticed is I have people who come for career knowledge from Europe, North America, Australia, wherever, okay? They're asking specific and different things. But when people of my color come in, they're asking, how can I excel in cybersecurity? And I tell them, don't waste your time. It's good we're having this chat now. Please forget about cybersecurity. Look at anything else. That one, you can take my word for it. Any other thing, you can. Why am I saying this? Because I'm not discouraging you, I'm helping you. Cybersecurity, right, is a technical area. Let's look at it from a business perspective. If you own a business, that could potentially lose all your investment online because someone decides to be a bad person online, try to access your systems, and you go in hiring someone fresh from uni who has no knowledge in cybersecurity. Would you do it? No, you won't do it. None of us here would do it. And that's what is happening in the business world. I say this because for cybersecurity, you need to be excellent at what you do, have proven track record, even though the other roles, yes, you can't just land a job in cybersecurity with a portfolio. How do you even build a portfolio? Okay, but it's easier if you went into uni and you studied cybersecurity as undergraduate, not computer science, not IT, cybersecurity. So end of first year semester, you did internship in a company, cybersecurity, came back, second year, cybersecurity, third year, cybersecurity. That is your field. Okay, but where you think you can go and take a 6-month course in cybersecurity and land a job, you will struggle for 3 years. Okay, where we come from, we don't have the luxury of time. So forget cybersecurity, pick anything else. That's the only role I can tell you to forget. The name sounds nice because I chose computer science because the name sounded nice. So I know. I chose to do computer science from SHS because it sounded nice to me. I had no knowledge of what it was. But thankfully, it was a good, but for cybersecurity, I beg you.
Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, when you hear the name, I chose computer science because I watched, there was this a challenge on the internet, okay, a Zane African challenge.
Mhm.
And whenever the computer science guys came, oh, come on, the Jomo Kenyatta students from Kenya, come on, they were so fantastic. And I was so much, I was going to initially do, I think, building engineering or so, and then I just dropped the whole thing I came to do because I love the mathematics. So it's true. It's true. Sometimes we enter into something without really knowing what exactly it is. But that's not the end of the show. You can still build a career out of it. That's very good. Pascal, please stop writing on our stop writing on the presentation. So we'll take a last question from Jeremiah. It's already
another question.
Here. Yes.
Sorry, there was another question.
There's another question in the chat?
No. There were 2 questions. One from a lady.
Yeah,
there was
Evelyn,
cybersecurity.
Evelyn.
Yeah, what was the question?
So Evelyn was asking, please, how can fresh graduates gain experience when most jobs require experience?
Yeah, that's a brilliant question. That's why
Yeah.
we're talking about a portfolio. That's the only way
Yes,
you can show.
portfolio.
Yeah, portfolio. Better.
So in IT, I think what he said earlier was that in IT, the lovely thing about it is that whilst you are in school, you can be building things. Yeah, build things. If it is web development, that's your niche. Build things, put projects out there, put things on your portfolio. If it's development that you do, build things. If it is this, try to find a way to let people see the things you have done. Okay, so that when you walk into that interview, even though you don't have experience, a job experience, you have experience building projects, and they can give you a job based on entry level experience. Okay, remember, not all the jobs they give out are to people who have already worked in the industry. In fact, they themselves, they can't pay the people. Okay, so they prefer to get you, the new graduate, pay you if you know how to do the same thing that an existing or more matured person knows. Okay. I think a question here from Harry. Oh, sorry. Harry says, please, if I am a computer scientist and I am polymath, how do I find a career?
If you're a computer scientist and you're what? I didn't get a last part.
Polymath. Yeah. He has, well, I think he has a love for mathematics. Yeah. So, yeah.
Oh, mathematics.
Yes.
Research scientist.
Yeah, Crystal. Yeah.
So I think he would like to go more into the research or something.
Yes. So, Harry, you are in luck. We all love mathematics. So you find something, okay? I'm sure we'll find something for you. Come and see us, myself or Mr. Crystal, who will direct you something very lovely. Mr. Blade too knows a lot of professions out there that will be very suitable for someone like you who loves mathematics. In fact, if you love mathematics so much and you love computer science, data science is so filled with lots of them. AI engineer, what do you call it? AI, yes, engineering, and those kinds of things are so filled with mathematics, and you love it. Okay, yeah. Alfred wants to find out. I want to. Hey, that's your English. Hey, how do I read this? What do you mean by I want to the strategy to take to master IT course I'm doing? I don't understand. Blade, okay, let's go to another one. Okay. Let's go to another one. Thanks. Okay. So there was a hand up, Jeremiah. Jeremiah, sorry. Can you ask your question? So Jeremiah will ask the last question. So we don't want to clock Blade out. We want him to always come back. So we want to at least not clock him out. Jeremiah, last question from Jeremiah, and then Mr. Crystal will give the final word, and then we'll all thank Mr. Blay, and then we will pray we will close with a prayer. Okay?
Yeah.
Jeremiah.
Yes, sir.
Online. Okay, ask your question.
Yeah,
okay.
I'm here. My question is engaging. Like I would like to engage with Mr. Bray with the question. As he was giving his presentation, he made mention of a guy he met at China, or he's into mobile app or mobile something. But personally, I want to be system analyst. And the part that I've taken, I think I am in line with it. But with the presentation and everything, I think I've had a change of mind, and I want to switch into that mobile tech, whatever the guy is into. So how do I start from the level that I am or what I'm learning? How do I start to go by it? This is a question that I want to.
Do you like programming, Jeremiah?
Yeah, programming, I like it, but honestly, I'm struggling with it. Sure.
Do you like programming, Jeremiah?
Yes, I do.
Okay. What programming languages do you know?
Java.
Okay. Android? Yeah. You can program in C#?
No.
If we asked you to learn C# on your own in 3 months, can you do it?
Sure.
You can?
Sure. I can.
Okay.
I can.
Okay, so we are starting April, May, June. That's your task.
Okay,
Come
sir.
back in June.
Okay, sir.
Tell us you can program in C#. By then,
C#.
you would have sharpened your Java skills. If you need help, I'll freely give you my Udemy account. I have a lot of courses I've bought there. You can log in and learn.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
Thank you.
asked you, you remember the first question I asked you, do you like programming? Because the guy is a mobile app developer. He likes what he does. And Buckman said, your niche, what you like, your interest. That's why I'm showing you this. Not
Okay.
everyone here likes software development. It doesn't mean you are not excellent. Okay, there are designers earning 3 times what software engineers earn.
Okay.
There are implementation managers earning 3 times what software engineers earn.
Okay.
What I think Bernard and Crystal are doing is they are giving you that stepping stone, giving you that knowledge that will help you propel you to be excellent at what you want to become. The beauty about IT is you can play anywhere. So don't be pressured because Party A is doing programming. I also have to do programming. Because Party A is not doing programming, then I want to abandon my programming and also do design because this guy did design and it was nice. Okay? Because this guy can speak well. So I also want to know you as a person. Where is your interest?
Okay. So from the start of the question, I said I want to become system analyst. And with what I heard from the presentation, that is what made me switch mind. So what would you advise then, please?
I've given you the plan already. You said you know Java, learn C# in 3 months on your own.
All right.
If you can learn C# on your own, you can learn anything.
Okay.
Yeah. And I've given you help. If you need help, let me know. I'll send you logins to my Udemy account. The only thing is don't change password because I have a lot of people using it.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Let's give an applause to him. Let's show affection for Blay. Thank you so much, Blay. Thank you. We are so grateful. Okay, we are so thankful. We will personally share or just say a big thank you to you personally as well. Okay, so I know it's impromptu. Mr. Crystal will say a word or two on our behalf to thank you, and then Madam Ekia. Madam Ekia just also joined. Madam Ekia.
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's one of our faculty members. She's also online joining. Okay, so
you
Mr.
had
Crystal,
a teacher, Madam Ekia.
Yeah.
Our speaker for
Okay.
tonight.
Mr. Blake, thank you so much. It was just on very short notice. I think it was on Friday, right? And then we gave you this and you showed up so much. We thank you. God bless you so much. And this has been a very eye-opener for us. And I'm very encouraged by the number of participants here. At a point, I think we had about 45 people, and then there are also some people with me here in the lab. In fact, a lot of people. So the reception has been very good. I hope we'll pick a lot from this. And then Mr. Buckman he has recorded the meeting. So we'll take it and then we'll put it on our YouTube channel because we have a YouTube channel. So we'll put it there. You can go back there and watch it at any time. If you have any question, you can email him. You'll share your email with us, right?
Yes, I will.
Okay, yes. Yes, don't bag him with too much questions. Just be straight to the point. Ask him questions. You can also ask us questions. We'll direct it to him and also guide you on it. And also, please, as he said, some of us are struggling with discovering our niche. You can't be master of everything. Pick a particular niche. It could be in the software development cycle. It could be in other aspects also. But this is a very lucrative field for all of us. And fortunately, Western University, we teach a lot about software engineering. So do as much as possible to pick a very good niche that you can master very well and become very good at it. So thank you so much once again.
No problem. Thank you for having me.
We are grateful. Oh, you were saying something. Sorry. Please go on.
I was saying, thank you for having me as well. Yeah, it was brief, but you will find I have a lot of parts already prepared, so I just had to join them together. like I said, I run on the side training people to become software test analysts. That's also an area that's very lucrative. People haven't paid much attention to that. So you'll find that here I have covered a part of, I didn't want to, because you are students, I didn't want, because that usually targets people who are already in the job market looking for jobs. In case that's something you want to do, that's my area of expertise now. In fact, I'm not moving anywhere in the software development lifecycle anymore. I'm staying in quality assurance until, because that's the only place where I don't have to think a lot. So you can get in touch. Testing is good. You can be earning $300 daily, some earn $450 daily, working online, validating systems for companies. It doesn't take much. Yeah, so reach out on LinkedIn, go to ADP lists. In fact, I made this slide today, so I couldn't add a lot of information, but I was going to send you a link to ADP list. Go there, create an account. It's free. Find a mentor. You'll find me there. Message me on LinkedIn. Let's connect. If you have any question, ask me, and I'm happy to answer you. Yep. Or you can reach me through my very good friends, Buckman and Chris.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
No problem.
Yeah. So we want to bring the meeting to a close. We will close with a short prayer. Madam, are you free to say a short prayer for us?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Thank you very much.
Please,
Kindly go ahead.
let's pray. Father, in the name of Jesus, we thank you for this very wise and inspiring discussion. We thank you for Sir Blaze's life, and we pray and ask that everyone that was on this meeting will be guided to be able to pursue their purpose. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
For 6 months.